Hey guys, J77 here, doing a quick comic book 360, pretty much news report. This is not new news, this is still being talked about though. And for me, I wanted to wait because this is actually a big announcement, something that a lot of people have wanted for a long, long time. And now, in 2015, they're going to get their wish. A Superman Batman team up. And this pretty much sparked everyone who's a movie reviewer, who is a fan of both Superman and Batman, to make a video and talk about it. Some were very happy, ecstatic. They can't wait to see it. Others were happy but very cautious because of some of the stuff I'm going to be bringing up here. For me, I wanted to just weigh in the pros and the cons of this. Especially how DC made the announcement versus what Marvel Comics had announced. So I really wanted to analyze what this could mean for both franchise as well as DC in general and their movie department. I My own personal feeling is happy that they finally are going to do it, but I'm scratching my head as to why so soon, especially when again they haven't really established the other characters which will lead up to the Justice League. Another concern of mine is that we just I came still fresh off The Dark Knight Rises, the final chapter of the Christopher Nolan series, at how Christopher Nolan chose to end that storyline. It's very clear that if DC is going to have a Justice League, a new storyline of Batman needs to be presented with a new face, a new director. I know a lot of people say that they want Christian Bale back. I wouldn't mind if he does come back, but to be honest, though, I think his story and him playing Batman is pretty much done. And for this franchise to move forward, I always felt they need to have a new Batman in cahoots with the Man of Steel's universe in order to me to actually say, okay, now they're starting to bring these characters in. Although they brought the Easter eggs, they pretty much mentioned that Wayne Industries is still is within this universe. I never really felt they actually established that kind of connection just yet. Maybe they will when they make this movie, when they make the Batman Superman movie. But for some reason, I'm very, very in the fence on this, especially since a lot of people are concerned about one thing, and that's Miller himself. He is not over the last few years. He has not been looked at in a great light, and that's largely because of his recent work. Also, the fact of his political views and how he view women. So Frank Miller has had a lot of fans, but he also has a lot of haters, and it's more because of some of the other stuff that he has done or projected in his comic books. For me, I'm gonna say this: I liked Sin City. I thought he did a great job with The Dark Knight Returns. So I have a very good respect for his art. As for his other stuff, yeah, we agree that the spirit. I don't even want to talk about that movie. At least not to a flashback review, but I can understand where the concern is when it comes to this. And there's no question that he has more respect towards the Dark Knight than he does with Superman. And this is where a lot of people are gonna is pretty much drawing the line is, will this actually really be a Superman sequel, or will Batman just basically take the whole show? Especially when it was already well established in the Man of Steel that he wasn't really Superman yet. He was learning to become Superman, and the stuff that he experienced with Zod is pretty much paving the way for the person that everybody wants him to be, and that is Superman, the Man of Steel. He was not there yet. He's now just starting to come there, and having Batman just come into the fold really raised a lot of questions. It's really whether or not they're gonna make Batman a more superior character to Superman. I really do hope not. I really hope they don't go that path, and that's the main concern I have about this being more of a Batman movie than a Superman movie, to the point where you're basically gonna have them fighting each other. One has to be the bad guy, one has to be the good guy, and I don't think people is gonna accept that too much. Are they gonna eventually fight or go toe to toe? Yeah, I'm kind of pretty much expected. But do I expect they put their differences aside and actually be the heroes that everybody expects to be. That's something I'm actually looking forward to. And it's not like they can't do it. I think the animated series, when they had that special crossover, the Batman Superman movie, which became a three-part episode on the Kids WB, pretty much solidifies that. Batman came to Metropolis, sorry, to track down the Joker. He knew the Joker was up to. He was looking all over the place, pretty much making his presence be known that he is in Metropolis. Superman came down. They had a little conflict. He found out his secret identity. He actually found out that Batman was trying to help him because he knew the Joker was out to kill him. Batman found out his secret identity. They pretty much hit level ground, but you also notice that there's some kind of a mutual respect, which grew over time. I actually really enjoyed the Batman Superman movie, the animated version, because it solidifies what these characters are, and further animation like Public Enemy solidifies their relationship even more. How much they like to poke shots at each other, but at the same time they will work together to get things done, and that's always been a pleasure seeing those two share the same screen. I want to see that in that movie in 2015. I want to see both of them side by side fighting crime and not being on each other, not trying to beat each other up. And again, this is another thing about it. I'm bringing this up right now is that when DC made that announcement, when I saw how they did it, it makes me wonder, did they rush this? Did they really rush this and say this is what everybody wants to see, and boom, we're gonna do it right now? Forget about the fact that we don't have a script or actually have a long-term contingency plan. Because I said this before, when it comes to DC and how they do their movies versus Marvel, they don't. It seems to me they're rushing everything, and they really don't have a straight-up plan on how to go about getting these characters out. Are they going to do a Wonder Woman? I don't know. Are they actually going to reboot Green Lantern? I don't know. Are we going to see any of the other characters from the DC universe? I heard Flash was going to be made, but is there any blueprint plan? It doesn't seem like it. Is Aquaman going to be made? I would love to see an Aquaman movie. I'd like to see how they portray Aquaman. I'm getting sick and tired of Aquaman being disrespected all because of what the Super Friends did. I want to see a real, genuine, real respectable Aquaman movie, and I think this would be the perfect opportunity, especially how people view their comic films nowadays, to present that. I don't get that from DC. I just don't. Maybe that will change once they do the Batman Superman movie, but I would like to have something on the floor before that happens. That is something I always wanted to make it clear. Only time will tell. Only time will tell. I just hope that DC is not doing a rush job. That's the only thing I hope for. I just hope they're not doing a rush job, because if they do, with Zack Ryder record, even though he's good, there are some things that worries me about him. I don't know if he can juggle two old eagles in the director's chair. Maybe he proved me wrong with this movie. Maybe he's not. But he earned his stripes here. I mean, granted, there was a lot of things that people did not like about the Man of Steel, but the stuff he got right, I felt he got right. And I do deserve if he learns from the mistakes he had with the Man of Steel, he can actually give us a hell of a good Batman Superman movie. But I feel that Batman and Superman cannot carry DC alone. You need to bring these other characters out. Could you please do that? Could you please do that? That's all I ask, because I'm seeing what Marvel's doing, and they got a whole stack of lineup being thrown out back to back. They're not stopping. They're moving forward. They have a plan. They already have a TV series already set up. They're moving way ahead, and they're not stopping. DC, I see Batman. I see Superman. I don't see nothing else in between that. All I hear is we want to do this. We may want to do that. And I don't see no motion. I don't see nothing coming into play. I don't see the wheels turning. Don't wait for Batman and Superman. Have your plan out already put into place. That way, we know where you're going. We know what to expect. And when Justice League comes in, there ain't gonna be no shock or surprise, and people will be heavily anticipated. That's all I got to say on this matter. Am I happy with that they're doing it? Yeah, in many ways I am. But I'm also would be more happy if I felt that DC does have a real strong plan for the future, which still I don't think they do. I think this is a rush job. Um, Maybe they'll prove me wrong when the film finally comes to production, but for now, I'm keeping it. I'm staying on the fence on this. Um, I'm looking at the at how bad this film could be versus how good this film can be. It is only time will tell where direction it's going. I hope Zack Snyder doesn't go with the Frank Miller scenario, only because we don't need that type of storyline. I hope he actually look at some of the animated series and how they handle it. The Superman Batman movie, when they had when they eventually merged the two animated series and made the Batman Superman Adventures, that's a perfect blueprint to go for because they actually did a good job presenting these two characters in that universe. Look at even Public Enemy, how they always seem to poke fun at each other, yet at the same time, when push come to shove, they put their ego aside and got things done to help save not only Metropolis and Gotham, but the whole world. So I hope they actually take lessons from that. But what do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about my opinion on this matter? I'd like to hear what you guys have to say, especially from both fans who I know, because I've seen a lot of you guys' videos, who are extremely worried about your character being mistreated. And yeah, this has the making of one of the characters, which is a huge situation, being cast aside as a co-star in favor of this character. I don't want that. If you're gonna have Batman and Superman in the same screen, give them equal billing. They deserve equal billing. The fans deserve to see a movie worthy of their time and hard-earned money. But I'd like to hear your opinion. I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. And until next time, it's J77 saying I promise you, by this week you will be seeing another Superman review. But until then, I'm signing out. Take care.